So agenipata kwa corridor nimeketi ninasoma. Any opportunity he gets will just come start touching on me again. Okay? I wasn't leaving the house. I was trying my best to starve myself.
Yeah.
Because my body is the problem. Your body is the one that's attracting the men. So you are the problem, you know. And I'm like, mamangu akona hips, shoshangu akona hips. It's in the family. How is that my fault? Yeah. I did, akaanza kuniuliza like, what happened when you went home? So now she's expecting me to be like, my mama alinichapa, dadi alikasirika. And I told her nothing happened. My parents knew you were lying. So we actually had an amazing 2 weeks. Like, nilikuwa naletewa whatever snacks I wanted. My brother paid for the Wi-Fi. I had my laptop with me. My dad was like, hata usiguze kitabu hizi 2 weeks. Like, we just relax.
Unconditional
my dad.
Welcome, guys. Welcome yet to another show. We are so excited and very privileged and humbled to call on to you guys, and you always answer. Today, my name is Nina. I realize I don't introduce myself very often. My name is Nina, and I am so grateful that you are here. We thank you, and we are so happy because we are experiencing a restoration that everyone who is in the deep right now sees, like there's no end of light at the tunnel, but there is. And we are bringing people who are going to show you that, and you'll experience that in a beautiful way, and you're like, I'm not alone. You're not. And we're here to show you that, and we glorify the Lord because he has taken his own people from that captivity and has brought them out so that you who is there to see that you'll get there as well. So today we are so privileged and honored to welcome the very own Caro from atatuambia podcast gani ndio uende usubscribe. Actually itakuwa tu hapo chini, we will merge, and then she'll tell us about herself. Karibu Caro.
Hi. I'm so excited, bro. Hey, I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah.
Hi, Nina.
Hi.
So nice to meet you. She's so cool. Amkuniambia. Tumepiga story hata before tuanze. Yeah. But my name is Caroline. Most people know me as Nyambura Mwangi because of my podcast, the TRC Limited podcast, that I do with Ruth Tengecha. Kama unajua Ruth, that's my girl. And we've been doing it for like almost 2 months now, maybe.
Yeah.
It's also a limited liability company. We basically what we are selling to people is the process of healing. Yeah. Because I'm a psychologist, you know Ruth's story. It's a story of healing in itself. Yeah. So that's what we are selling to people, the process of healing. We want to do talks, we want to do courses, we want to walk that journey with people. That's why we started with our podcast. Mungu aliona tuanze na podcast, tukasema why not? Yeah. You know, we love talking. We are yappers, might as well glorify God with it.
True.
Yeah.
Aziz. Amazing. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you grow up? How many siblings do you have? And how you found your path in psychology?
Well, the day was May 15th, 2002. Alianza na mkurugenzi. The day was May 15th, 2002, and my mom kasikia uchungu akakimbizwa pale Pumwani, and that is where Caro was born. So I'm turning 24 next month.
Wow.
Miaka yote nafanyia nini, guys?
You're very young.
I'm very young, but still niko 24. Next year I'll be 25.
Yes.
Nilikuwa naambia Ruth, umefika ile jatu ukipata mimba mzazi hawezi freak out, ako like, you know what, ni sawa. Anyway, I'm turning 24 next month. Yeah. I grew up in a household of 4 people. I only have one sibling, an older brother. He's 4 years older than me. Wow. Anaitwa Vincent. He is my best friend, bro. Yeah. I love that boy. Yeah, we've grown up very close. Of course, siblings you'll fight. Like, we've done some WWE thing to each other. But we've grown up just the 2 of us. And my dad and mom married for... I don't know mmekuwa married for how long, mniambie. But yeah, my brother is 28, I'm 24. Grew up, we have a very close family in terms of my mom's siblings, my dad's siblings as well. So like cousins, tume grow up more like siblings. Ila yenye ni holiday unarushwa kwa auntie nani unakaa huko 2 months. So I've had a very good but chaotic childhood. Yeah. The chaos was... family oriented. I don't want to go into too much detail.
That's okay.
But it's been a process. The process of growing up was very adventurous in itself, but also one full of a lot of pain that only a few people close to me know. So even the process of going from the girl that I was growing up to the girl that I am right now is like, I don't know who that girl is. So a bit of the chaos that I experienced in childhood, apart from home ndio ilikuwa 80% of the chaos. In school, I also had a very difficult relationship with school, like a very difficult one. I hated school so much. I remember when I was in, I think was it class 3, 4 thereabout, I used to nosebleed every day because of the stress of having to go to school. And kitambo si kama saizi, like I go to that primary school like to see my cousin or whatever, and right now the teachers are so nice, but in our time ulikuwa na chapo. Yeah, we used to be beaten so bad. So school was really, really stressful for me. And I hated it so I hated it. Like, hata sisemi hate as just a play word Z, I literally hated it.
The strong hate.
Hate. Ile yenye una hate shetani nayo. It was, for me, it was cool than Satan. Like, they were in the same group. And the thing is, I've gone to good schools. Sitasema ati nimefukuziwa school fees or anything like that. I've never missed ati kwenda trip or anything. But the street teachers, kama they had things going on at home, ama nini mbaya, but there's a lot of experience in school. Like, right now I look back at it as a grown person right now, and I'm like, what were you going on? Like, what was happening in your life that you had to come to school? I remember in class 4, I was so tiny. Hii mwili nimepata juzi, guys. But I was so tiny that there's a teacher, alini slap, and she had like long nails, and she literally cut my ear kutoka hapa juu hadi hapa chini. And she was like, don't you dare tell your mother, otherwise nitakuchapa tena. So I did tell my mother. And then asubuhi niko hapo like ninavaa nguo, ninavaa dress, nini. And then my mom comes from behind and I notice like najipaka mafuta but siguzi hii side. Ako like, Karo nini mbaya? Then unaona African mothers with the violence like kukupaka. She did that and I screamed. Then she looked at my ear, she's like, nani alikuwa hivi? Come here, ni teacher so and so. And my dad woke up. He was like, I'm going to that school with the police. How dare she do this to my daughter? But my mom was like, you know what? And the only thing that was done is I was changed from that class taken to another. Nilikuwa East, nikapelekwa West. So I'm like, what change did you do? And she used to beat up the kids in her class, bro. She used to beat them up. And then like now heading to high school, which was another crazy story that I've told on our podcast. It was full of sexual assault from teachers. It was full of insults. Like, I feel like I was telling Ruth, by the time I was leaving high school, I was a shell of myself. Like, I was, imwili ilikuwa inaishi tu. Ilikuwa ina pump tu damu, but I wasn't there at all. And it was a matter of, I was sexually assaulted the day before I started KCC, which, shetani na timing yake, very bad. So and before that, like, I was suspended for something I hadn't done. So it was the school administration collectively deciding that me and my best friend were lesbians. As like 3 months before KCSA or something. Then I don't know how they came to their conclusion, but they concluded it's an entire story. And the girl who was actually the lesbian, she had assaulted my friend Usiku. And then my friend came and told me, I think there's a lesbian here about who's done this and this to me at night. So me being the friend, I'm gonna be with you, like I'm gonna be there with you. But that turned around to being Karo in this one.
Then suspension. So I was suspended 36 days or 30 something days to KCSE. So mi sikufanya mocks. Mi nilikuwa home. Sikufanya mocks. And my mom is a very, nasikianga Ruth akisema online, Mama Karo, she's so tiny and cute and like, I feel like my mom, you can very easily like lie to her. Not saying that she's dumb or anything, but she's very emotional. So by the time anakuja shule anaambiwa your daughter is a lesbian, nikiingia kwa ofisi, she's in tears. Ameamini everything. She's in tears. She's like, Karo, is it nini umeanza tunaambia babako nini sijui nini. And I'm seated there like, I can't talk because these vultures are here, but
Niko tu hapo niko like it's not true. So that's where I developed anxiety. So I used to have this thing where every time I get nervous, I would shake, like my whole body would shake. So I started shaking in the office, and I remember one of the teachers was like, "Why are you shaking? Like, don't be stupid." So I was
What?
suspended. Yeah.
Okay, that was harsh.
I was suspended. I went home, and before we left school, my mom and I am younger. God told me to listen to you. So like, naona vile mzazi amejam anatembea 7 kilometers in front of you. So she stopped. Kasimama kaniuliza, Karo, nini inaendelea, like for real? Then I told her like, these teachers have been, I remember like 3 days before that, I had not been eating. And because I'm nervous, my stomach can't handle anything. And the teachers would like, unapitana na mwalimu anakusize, mwingine anakuambia sijui I've heard what is going on with you, nini. And it's all a lie. But my class teacher had called me to her office and been like, at least this girl who's apparently my wife, at least she passes. You're too stupid to pass KCSE anyway. So like that is what was happening like the days before niende home. So I told my mom the whole story, and she was like, wamefanyia mtoto wangu hivyo, ni sawa. So tukatoka tukaenda home. Then my dad came home. For those people who know me, I'm a daddy's girl through and through and through. It's my entire personality. I love my dad to death, you know. So he came home, akaambiwa Karo amesuspendiwa, and he did talk. Alienda tu kwa bedroom. Then asubuhi akaniita akaniuliza, mom, nini inaendelea? I told him the whole story. Imehappen, nimeambiwa hivi, nimetusiwa hivi, nini. And he was like, okay. Then like obviously akaanza kujam, like I'm gonna go there with police nini. So my mom had to be like, please Mama Karo, please calm down. He was ready to kill someone, you know. So I stayed home for 2 weeks, and by the time I was going back to school, the need for me to go back to school was I have to do at least 3 sessions of therapy, as if that would change the gayness in me apparently. But you know, I went for the therapy sessions, and even the therapist was like, first of all, this is total nonsense. You know, then so akaanza ku address the pain in me rather than whatever he's been told to address. And even when he wrote, the thing is, when we went back to school and they saw the report of the therapist, walikuwa like, yeah, nice. But the therapist was like, let me just write whatever they want me to write, but me, I'm going to handle it. I remember he like wrote it on a random, on the last day alikuwa to like, whatever. Let me handle you and the pain you are experiencing.
I'm here to plug you with something. What if I tell you that healthy hair starts from the roots? Are you struggling with dandruff, itchiness, dry scalp, struggling hair? You're under medications that are pulling your hair out? There is a 5-in-1 formula that heals dandruffs, stops itching, promotes growth, and restores color, adds body, and locks moisture for up to 42 hours. Can you imagine? 42 hours. And we don't forget, it's created with 4C hair in mind. And it's made for everyone. Introducing Kabelo Salutable, which is very effective and very affordable. The good part is it's good for men, women, and children from 8 weeks. Yeah. Check them out, Kabelo_salutable on their Instagram pages, and they will serve you. Very effective in response. Okay, see you.
And then when they saw that, mlichezwa. Anyway, I went to therapy, but then my anxiety ilikuwa imekuwa crazy. Like crazy. Then I had to go back to school.
The same school.
Same school, guys. And I remember the day I was going back to school, my dad is the one who took me back, because he was like, aliambia mamangu, weka tu, because your emotions utaenda kuchanganywa kule tena. So went back to school, and on the trip back to school, I was crying so hard. I was telling my dad, please usinirudishe hiyo shule, please. And he was like, aki mom, kama ungekuwa form 2 ama form 3, ungerudi shule. But now you're 1 month away from KCSE. There's nothing I can do. Unaona? I vomited 3 times in the car. I vomited 3 times kutoka Githurai to Kawangware. Nilitapika mara 3 kwa gari. And my dad was like, kwani mtoto wangu, like, kama itabidi nioshe matapiko yako edogea. So he would like simamisha the car kando, anaosha like mat nimetapikia, anarudisha, tukienda natapika tena, anashuka, anaosha like my dad.
Unconditional love.
Mi nasemanga ndio maana mwanaume azinipea stress. My father is there for me like that. Like I vomited so many times. Hadi tukiwa nje ya shule I vomited again. Then akaosha, then akapigia mamangu ako like, hey, I'm worried about this child, ametapika mara 3 now. And my mom was crying on the other end of the phone. Then went to school. Akakalishwa hapo chini, akaanza kuambia, you know, we realize this about your daughter, all the same lies. And my dad, tukitoka home, my mom alimwambia, please don't do anything crazy because hatutaki tuache Karo akiteswa itime exam. So like just wenyamaza tu, let them speak their nonsense, wenyamaza tu. So my dad was seated there, anasikiza tu the lies, anasikiza na mom, Baba Karo, you know, we had to do this to your daughter because then like you could tell my dad, you can tell when the anger starts to rise, like you can see it like a scale ikipanda tu. So like akaanza kutingika mguu, akaanza kutingika mkono, veins zimeanza kutokea, and in my mind I'm like, you guys need to shut up before this office iwake moto. So like they said all those lies to my dad. My dad didn't respond, alikuwa tu anawaangalia, hata wakimwambia si ndio Baba Karoko, just looking at them. Then when they were done, he was like, akaanza kuniita mom. My dad never calls me by my name. Hata kuna TikTok nimetengeneza juzi, watu wako like, hii ni AI showing like the text, the way my dad texts me. He's like, mom, unataka nini mama? So he was like, mom, achana na watu, like, is there anything else you need? Ananiongezea pesa, ananiambia I love you, I'm here for you. So the teachers are there side-eyeing it, like, what? Because walikuwa nataka like nichapwe and whatever. So my dad was like, I'm here for you, utamaliza, I'm so sorry, really. And he hugged me, then he went. Then I was given a punishment after that. And did the punishment. And funny enough, the story about the punishment is nilipewa punishment ya kuscrub. Sijui ka shule si tulikuwa bali panaitwa splashy. So like outside the dining hall, bali tunaenda kuoshea plates and whatever. It's like a stream of like 500 taps or something. So niliambiwa, I want you to go change into your games kit and go scrub that place like 20 minutes before the whole school comes for break. So the matron akanipata, akaniambia, alikuwa anaita Mwangi, akaniambia, Mwangi, nilisikia vile walikufanyia, fanya aje? Hebu mwaga tu maji, nitaambia deputy umescrub. Mwaga tu maji uende. So nikamwaga maji, akaenda akaambia deputy, amescrub, amemaliza. So again, sikufanya hiyo punishment really. Then I went back to school. The teachers were still treating me somehow. My class teacher, my dad hates nuns for that reason. My dad hates nuns, like sisters. Hates them so much because almost all the people who did this to me were sisters. So went back to school. That nun who was my class teacher called me to our office. She was like, why did you report back to me after umerudi shule? I was like, sinili report kwa ofisi. You know, just kunisumbua tu. Then I did, akaanza kuniuliza like, what happened when you went home? So now she's expecting me to be like, my mama alinichapa, dadi alikasirika. And I told her nothing happened. My parents knew you were lying. So we actually had an amazing 2 weeks. Like nilikuwa naletewa whatever snacks I wanted. My brother paid for the Wi-Fi. I had my laptop with me. My dad was like, hata usiguze kitabu hizi 2 weeks. Like, we just relax. So she was like, they didn't get angry or anything. I was like, yeah, because they know you're lying. And they are my parents. They are the ones who know me. So I went back to school. She was very mad at that actually. You could really piss off, but nikaendelea. Then the day before KCSE now, tunaanza English before kesho jioni. So mi nilikuwa nafanyia exam room 1. So nikaenda kuangalia. And the words, I remember I was standing outside the corridor. And the words that were ringing in my head was, you're too stupid to pass KCSE. You're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid. So many teachers have said that to me.
So it has already been planted.
Yeah, it's been planted. So I was there thinking that this teacher comes about. I didn't even take biology, but he taught biology and he knew me. Akapita hapo nje. And the teacher that usually was my rock in school, he wasn't around because he's an examiner of Kiswahili. So alikuwa ametumwa sijui wapi. So I started opening up to this teacher, being like, I'm so worried. Because alikuja akaona vile nimesimama, ako like, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, I was told I'm too stupid. I don't know if I can do this tomorrow. Like, I'm so scared. In the middle of pouring my heart out, he saw the perfect opportunity to touch my boobs.
Oh.
Like very forcefully. Like alikuwa amenishika. It's like you can hug someone so your hand is here. Then his hand is like just all over below my bra. And in that moment, like kuna vile your body freezes.
Yeah.
Your body freezes completely. Then when I came to it and I realized what was happening, I remember I ran so fast. Because tulikuwa this other side of the school, so nika ran to this side. And the first person I met was Ruth. And I asked her, like, is this real? Like, am I dreaming? And she was like, girl, what are you talking about? I was like, is this real? Like, am I, like, niko alive? Like, ni true, na nijua niko high. She was like, yeah, Karo, nini mbaya? Then I told her what happened. She was like, okay, tutaongea after preps. And I remember my first thought when that happened was, you can't report this.
Yeah.
Can't report it.
Umetoka kwa kesi juzi.
Exactly. Na tena, there were so many like teachers telling me, like, wamekuja shule kusaidia swalimu. Because I had a figure, still do. But so unaona, tunavaa skirts.
Yeah.
And our skirts, si zile flare, ni zile straight. So itashape mwili yako. So nilikuwa naambiwa we kazi yako ni kukatua shule, umekuja kusaidia swalimu, nini. I was like, wait. So nikireport itakuwa ni mimi nimemseduce. Na nimetoka kesi juzi. Na ninaanza KCSE kesho. Hakuna haja nifanyie KCSE nje, so might as well just shut up and move on with it. So all through my KCSE period, anytime this man would get an opportunity anywhere. Unajua shuleni ile KCSE period mko very free, sindio? So hata ukitaka kusomea kwa corridors, like in our school people were very fond of kusomea kwa corridors, sijui wapi, hadi field kuna mtu anakuuliza. So angenipata kwa corridor nimeketi ninasoma, any opportunity he gets will just come start touching on me again.
Oh, goodness.
So that was my entire KCSE period.
That must be very scary.
It was scary. So like I used to be like every time, is he around, is he coming, you know? Sasa hata nilikuwa naogopa kusoma peke yangu because I know anaweza tokea some and he'll do whatever he was because he knows I would report. So yeah, I worked with that the whole KCSE period. That's how I did my KCSE. I remember I had a panic attack during maths paper 2. I had a panic attack and I was shaking, I couldn't breathe, everything just started falling. Calculator chini set, sijui nini. And I remember that examiner alikuja akanikotea vitu. I was like, are you okay? Like, do you need just breathe? Nini. So for me, even to start that paper, I was shaking, I was freaking out, nini.
Yeah.
Okay, nilipata D math, ni sawa. I have a company now. You know, we move.
Restoration happens.
Exactly. So I did my KCSE and I remember the day before I finished, I confronted this man by myself because there's no one there to really help me. So nilienda kwa lab, nikampata, alikuwa anaongea na some girls. Alikuwa wale walimu atakupea simu upige home. So like there were always a lot of students with him. So like I waited till they were done and I asked him like, mbona ulinifanyia hivyo? So he starts pretending, what are you talking about?
Gaslighting.
Because you know exactly what you did.
Yeah.
And you did it like when I was very vulnerable. And whatever you did was very, very wrong. So for now, just achana tu na mimi. You've been bothering me. I'm about to finish. Nimebakisha like 2-3 days nimalize. Just pretend I don't exist. Just leave me alone. Then when he saw I was serious, he was like, can you find it in your heart to forgive me? I was like, back then I used to curse. I was like, what the F word? And nikamwambia to just leave me alone. And kitu ilikuwa inaniuma ni he knew my mom.
Yeah.
Because the day I was getting suspended, we met with him tukienda kupanda mat. So akapata mamangu akilia. Kamuliza ni mbaya mama Karo. Mamangu akamwambia wamefanyia mtoto wangu hivi na hivi na hivi. So he had seen my mom's tears. You see, na akamcomfort sana, akamwambia ni sawa, Karo atakuwa sawa, weenda home, ongea na mzee, nini, Karo atakuwa sawa. Like alimu-encourage sana. And then he did that to me.
Yeah.
You know, at the day my mom was coming to get me with my dad, sasa nimemaliza KCSE. Alikuwa, ako wapi Mr. So nimsalimie. I was like, ausalimie baby girl. Ausalimie.
We are out of here.
We got out. Like, nilitoka hiyo shule. I remember vile nilimaliza computer practical. I ran from the computer lab until I saw my dad's car. I ran. I was like, twende saa hizi. I ran from that school. I was like, hata sikuwa ninajali. I was telling my friend Juzi, I didn't care whatever grade I had gotten.
Yeah.
I was like, I've gotten out of this alive. I'm good. Because the suicidal thoughts were there. But nimetoka nikiwa uhai. You know, left school. I was very happy. But sasa kuna emotions auja process.
Of course.
So after that, I started having really bad anxiety. Like really, really bad. So tulitoka shule April, niliingia KU October. Between then, I wasn't leaving the house. I was trying my best to starve myself.
Yeah.
Because remember, my body is the problem. Your body is the one that's attracting the men. So you are the problem, you know. And I'm like, mamangu akona hips, shoshangu akona hips. It's in the family. How is that my fault?
Yeah.
So I got really bad anxiety. I remember I used to collapse in the house randomly. Like, ninaamka tu hivi kwa floor.
Because you're not eating.
Yeah, because I was trying my best to starve myself. So nilikuwa nakaa njaa sana.
You cut.
Na pia with the anxiety inafanyanga your body iko on high alert every time. So sometimes your body just gets exhausted.
Yeah.
Just like, so I used to faint all the time. And then when I went to live with my aunt, I've told you that story, ndio akarealize, huyu mtoto every time like either kuna kizunguzungu ama nimepata ameanguka ama ni. Then she told my dad, mpelekeni huyu mtoto hosi, like there's something wrong. And I remember sikuwa ninatokanga home. Like my routine was wake up, cry because I hate myself, try and eat breakfast because my mom is watching me. Nikikosa kula ataambia mzai, mzai will get mad. I didn't eat lunch, spend the whole day in my room specifically. Hadi sifungui dirisha. Cut with the darkness. In my room, nishinda nikiwatch like One Direction on YouTube or something. Then cry some more. Then usiku, nijifiche nikose kula sapa ama nikule kidogo. Then I cry till I sleep. Then I wake up. Then we continue the routine. So hadi sikuwa natumwa duka. Because I was like, tatumwa duka. Then nikienda, there's a man who will say something. Ama try touching me. So my dad was like, usimtume duka for now. Acha kwanza. So I was confined in the house. And I remember my brother's friends walikuja wakaambia mamangu,